What's up, everybody? It's Conger Live. We're back again with another TMNT Mutant Madness video. In today's video, we're going to go over real quick the version 1.44 updates, which happened a couple days ago, a little bit of news of what's coming in the future, and of course, next week's Power Boost Mutation for Dimension Clash. So if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button, ring the bell, ninja kick the like, leave a comment, and let's go get into it. Okay, on the main Discord in the Channel 6 news a few days ago, we were told about all the changes and fixes and things happening with version 1.44 update. Happy holidays. So they want to make sure that you update your game before the 22nd for the holiday event. They didn't really tell us what the holiday event will entail. I have a feeling it's going to be something like the anniversary event or like some sort of trial, but we'll see in just a couple days. The kind of disappointing thing they say is Season 9 is coming soon. Get ready for a new hero and refreshed Season Pass. Well, we still haven't gotten our second hero for this season. We do know that Mutagen Man is in the game. They haven't said exactly when he's coming. Probably part of the holiday event. Hopefully he's not our Season 9 toon. We definitely want more playable characters, although we don't count that as content. We want them to, of course, fix all the problems that they have, and so we can play all these great game modes that they've created but just haven't quite worked properly. We were supposed to get a clan siege in December. They have now pushed that back until January, so a little disappointed about that, but hopefully the things that they're working on, the fixes, will make the gameplay a lot more fun, a lot more smooth, and give us the opportunity to have more content in the game. The bug fixes, claim all button for Season Pass should always be working. Avatar frames were improved. The titles and the names and all that kind of real quality of life, small stuff. Faction filter on squad selection should no longer display an incorrect power number. When viewing items from a chest, the long press tooltip should now properly appear in the visible area. Shop should no longer display question marks where prices should be. They've updated Frosty's equipment skills, level 2 and 3, to be more related to one another. I guess there was some discrepancy there. And then players should no longer be able to access the Ascension menu because that feature is not actually in the game yet. No news as to when that's coming. I know a lot of people have asked about that, but Ascension is something that is hopefully will be added in the future, but it's not a priority. And then other minor fixes, things like that. So let's go take a look at the Mutation Heroes. We have 3 on Mutation, like most weeks, and we have Ace Duck, the most mutated hero. This Ace Duck gets mutated more than any other hero, so if you have Ace, have some fun. Frosty, not sure how I feel about that. He should be pretty tanky with the mutation. And Snow Mikey. So we have these Snow Heroes, everyone from Season 2, which was during this time last year, are what we have on Mutation. So these are like maybe our Snow Heroes, however you want to call that. Let's go take a look at their kits. Okay, so first up is Ace Duck. Now we've looked at his kit a lot, so I'm going to try and make this really quick. He's got his bombing run where he gains defense, does a bunch of damage to a bunch of energy damage to a bunch of enemies that are in the line and those next to it. Great AoE splash damage. Does tons of damage while he's mutated, so really excited about that. Hard-boiled blitz does some damage to up to 2 random enemies and inflicts negative 40 alertness. His bird's eye shot strips defense, deals extra damage if there's no enemies at range 1, so if you can keep him away from others, that's great. And he gains alertness, which of course his kit is boost on alertness. He gets more damage output from his alertness, I think on the bomb that I went over really quickly. And he gains even more alertness for 2 seconds if targets are under 0 alertness. So just really helping him to hopefully stay alive and do more damage. He gains haste and will when not stunned, rooted, or slowed, and gains 30% resistance to stun and 60% resistance to disarm while defense is above 0. And at the start of combat, he gains defense. So hopefully he's always doing more damage with his haste and abilities with his will, and resisting the disarm and the stun with that. Finally, Wing Squall. He gains defense, targets a tile at range 2, and all enemies within range 1, and strips a bunch of defense. Also, negative 120 haste and slow for 2 seconds. 2 seconds isn't long, but to be able to reduce that haste that much, it's almost as a disarm. And then if you take him up to 250, if you're interested in that, he's going to take away extra defense, inflict the haste and slow for 2 extra seconds, which is a little nice, fairly nice to targets under 30 alertness. One more thing we got to look at, of course, is his equipment skill. So we're going to go ahead and click equip all. He gains 45 armor and barrier while defense is above 0, so most of the match, hopefully, unless he's getting his defense stripped, because he starts with defense. And he also gains 45 focus for 8 seconds at the start of combat, making it to where he does a decent amount of damage output in the first 8 seconds of the fight, which kind of hopefully would pass over to more damage through his alertness in other skills. Okay, next up we got Frosty. Haven't looked at Frosty in quite some time, so his Blizzard Breath selects a line at range 4 and target all enemies, and deals some energy damage, inflicts negative 100 haste and alertness, and slow for 4 seconds. Inflict haste, alertness, and slow for 3 extra seconds to targets under 20 barrier. So this is going to help out with Ace. Frosty's reducing the alertness and the haste of the opponents. That's going to definitely help out. It'd be nice to make sure that they're under 20 barrier to get that extra 3 seconds of that detriment. And then his Avalanche Slam, he's going to target an enemy next to him, deal some physical damage, inflicts stun for 2 seconds to rooted or slowed targets. So they have to be rooted or slowed, but then they will become stunned. So a little conditional there. Not the best condition for a stun to happen, but hopefully we can trigger it. He does slow himself, so hopefully that's being procced. Target all other enemies at range 1 of the target and deal some physical damage. So a little splash damage there, not a lot. And then his Arctic Chill passive, when attacking, he deals energy damage and inflicts slow for 2 seconds to targets under 20 barrier. So once again, that under 20 barrier is a condition for him. He inflicts negative 40 haste to all enemies within range 1, and extra haste and negative 20 will to targets that are slowed. Well, since he inflicts slow, that should basically always trigger. Oh, but only if they're under 20 barrier, right? But there could be other ways that they're going to be slowed. So Solid Ice, he gains 60 armor, gains 60 extra armor if he's stunned, rooted, or slowed. So nice little kind of protection if he does get stunned, rooted, or slowed. And he gains strength per negative haste at 225. So little benefit there when he is getting his negative haste. Gained defense and 60 barrier for 6 seconds from his Wintry Winds. Receives slow for 3 seconds. There it is. He slows himself. He targets all enemies within range 1, and he deals energy damage, inflicts negative 30 alertness for 6 seconds. He gives defense and barrier to all allies within range 1 instead. And of course, we want to take a look at his equipment skill. His Ice Box, at the start of combat, he gains a bunch of defense. He gains 15 armor and focus per 20% health up to 80%. So at the start of battle, as long as he's 80% or more, he's going to be gaining 60 armor and focus. Not bad. But as he starts losing health, he's also going to lose his damage output and his survivability. And last but not least, we have Snow Mikey shredding on the board there. Wildcat for his active. He gains defense, selected empty tile at range 2 to 5. Moves there. Target all enemies in between, inflicts negative defense. He strips defense. He was one of the first tunes to do that. He targets all enemies at range 1, inflicts negative defense again, and deals physical damage. Inflicts stun for 1 second to targets under 25 alertness. So Frosty helps trigger that because he takes away the alertness. And he gains extra defense and deals extra damage per haste. So he definitely wants to have haste, although Frosty's also taking haste away, if I'm not mistaken. So they kind of balance each other out, which is why I don't think any of them were really, really amazing. I think Frosty was the best when he came out because he didn't have a lot of people to deal with him, and now he's just meh. Whiteout Spin, he gains defense and 100 barrier for 2 seconds. Target all enemies within range 1, inflict negative Defense, negative 50 alertness for 6 seconds. Inflict negative 25 extra alertness to targets above 25 alertness. So if he's not able to strip all their alertness away, he's going to hopefully at least balance that out a little bit there. Giving himself that 100 barrier is going to protect him from Frosty's under barrier trigger. Gnarly tricks when attacking, deal extra damage and gain defense if not rooted or slowed. After being attacked, gain +5 haste for 10 seconds if the attacker is under 0 alertness. Okay, so that's not bad. He's going to gain some haste if the person attacking him is under 0 alertness. Now that won't be Ace. Ace is always riding with alertness. He gives himself alertness, but if the attacker is under alertness, it'll help him be a little bit faster, and since he does strip some alertness, that might be pretty good for this mutation week. He inflicts negative 30 strength and focus to all enemies under 10 alertness. So that really is going to need to be comboed, but that's going to help him and his teammates stay alive. Extra strength and focus per negative alertness. So if they're under 10, it triggers. If they have negative alertness, then he's going to take even more strength and focus away. Pretty cool. And then grab and slam, target an enemy at range 1, deal physical damage, deal more extra damage, and inflict stun for 3 seconds to targets under 25 armor. And gain 70 haste for 6 seconds. So Snow Mikey's kit reads a little bit more synergistic than some of the other ones. I'm wondering if you guys are going to use all 3 of these heroes or not. Equip all, and finally his Snow Slicer, which is his snowboard. After using skill, gain 2 strength for 30 seconds and inflict negative 2 alertness for 30 seconds to all enemies. So this negative 2 alertness for 30 seconds to all enemies every time he uses a skill. This is really going to help trigger some of his skills, making him probably going to be a lot of fun to use this week. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to ninja kick the like button and subscribe for more TMNT Mutant Madness content. The goal here is that we game smarter, help each other out, join the Discord, join the community. I hope you guys are participating in the giveaways. Good luck to you if you are, and congratulations to all of you who have already won. We still have some, 5 days left on those giveaways, so we'll see you in the next video.